Hey, what's going on? This is Nicholas from Mixdown Magazine here with Timmy C and B-Real from Prophets of Rage. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. I'm going to jump straight into it and ask you if you had to pick one record in your life, in your formative years, that inspired you to jump into music. What would the one record be?
For me, it would be Nevermind the Bullocks. The
Okay.
Sex Pistols,
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
Run DMC, it's like that.
Yeah. And the thing that's amazing about that is obviously you guys are in the same band, but they're like different streets completely. But obviously those roads converge now. So where do you think that magic came from as far as such a wide breadth of music? Like what made you look at outside of just the one thing that you obviously gravitated towards young?
Well, I mean, I feel like it is a journey that I've been on throughout my life with the music that's inspired me, and it's gone to so many different places. But ultimately, Cypress Hill and B-Real was a place where I went
Sure.
before I even knew him. So
Amazing.
I really was moved by their music, and same goes for Chuck. And when Zach and I would drive to Rage rehearsals, that's what we were listening to was
That's so tight.
E and Cypress. And so here it is, later on down the line, set aside all the crazy things like him being at the, Club with No Name, where we played back in like 1990, and he was in the pit there, and he's in the Killing in the Name video where we filmed.
That's so sweet.
So like, it's a special journey that we've been on, and it's been a great one. And it seems right.
Yeah, things happen when they happen. It's all a matter of timing, and we've known each other for a number of years, and there's always that we should try doing something together, and so it was always in the back of our mind to try and do something. It was just about the right time, and with what was going on in our country during the presidential campaign and elections, it prompted us to get up and say something about it. And that developed into a chemistry that was undeniable on stage, and later it would translate into the studio. So, I think us being fans of one another's music and being inspired by each other played a big hand in it. And the fact that, we all get along great and are open to each other's ideas and we love playing together, it made us connect on a level that, it would have been a disservice to ourselves as artists to make this a project where we do one thing and then it's over.
Sure.
So we decided, we have this chemistry. It feels right. Feels great. Let's make it something more.
Yeah.
And,
there's that magic there,
And here we are, Download Fest, fucking Melbourne, Australia.
It's
About
kind
to
of
kill it.
And that's the thing. Like, it's funny because I talk about worldview a lot with people that I get to talk to, and you guys obviously collectively as a unit have such a vast career of different projects, and it's like I unashamedly say that each project that you've all been associated with has really changed the landscape of like modern music. Unashamedly, I wholeheartedly believe that, whether it be Rage, whether it be Cypress Hill, whether it be Public Enemy, everyone's kind of had a statement and really kind of paved their own way in the music culture. So it's very humbling to talk to you guys today, knowing full well that that's all occurred, and still have the same kind of like, well, you guys, we were here at Basement, we were here at Ground Floor, and we saw what it was like, and that was so exciting, and now we're here all these years later.
Yeah.
Like, that's the real magic of music for me, is that excitement never really fades for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah.
It's and that's the thing. So going into the studio and taking that thing where we're playing these shows and there's this wonderful feeling and surreal connection, and then going into the studio. So was that process really collaborative, or was that?
Oh, for sure. We were in there, every one of us, all together from the inception till it was finished, and that
amazing.
We completed that record in a few months, like 3 or 4 months, and we were done having no songs prepared to having a mixed and mastered record, in a few months, and it was super fun, and it was super cool how we did it, and it was inspiring, and ultimately it is about there's a chemistry, and being in a band is a special thing, and I tell people that all the time, and that's probably a question that I get from more people is any words of advice. I'll get that.
Sure,
I usually say the same thing, which is hey, if you're in a band, I don't care if you're playing Download Festival or you're playing in your living room with your buddies.
Yeah.
But you're digging it, and it's for real. You're in a special spot.
Yeah.
You're in a special spot, even if it's in the living room. Because it's really like to connect with other people, other artists, and vibe together and get on to whatever that form of communication is.
Sure.
It's a beautiful thing, and that's what we're doing, and it's so exciting because right now we're making a record and we're working on a new record.
Sure.
And we're trying to make it in a different way to produce a different kind of sound that still sounds like us. That's different. And we're doing that, and it's so fun to be able to not be like, okay, we have to make this kind of music and do it like this, and it's like we can make any music we want in any tempo we want or in any style we want, and it's okay, and it's exciting.
That's the funny thing. So like obviously so next for Prophets of Rage, so you guys, because it's a collaborative process and you all have this communication, there's no one ever being like, oh, that's not us, or that's not Prophets of Rage, or whatever like that. Is it a very open circle?
Yeah, it's become open. I think we started thinking it needs to be all just heavy in your face, and then, after we did that, we figured, we can't just do the same thing over and over. That gets redundant. So we just sort of wanted to open up and do different things and hit people with something that they wouldn't expect us to hit them with, and that's what being an artist is, taking those chances, being out of the box. You can lean on your past material and regurgitate the shit out of it
because that's a part of the story.
But we choose not to do that. We want to push the line and challenge our fans, challenge ourselves, and make the best possible music no matter what it sounds like, whether it's heavy, whether it's in the middle, whether it's funky.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And because we have the capability to do all those things. We have a band that can be metal, we have a band that could be punk, we have a band that could be funk and hip hop.
Straight up.
And this band can do all those things in one shot, so it leaves the canvas fucking open with endless possibilities.
It's an enviable position to be in, to be honest, because so many bands get trapped in their bubble and they're like, oh, we've got to do what this is, or this is our sound. And to have such a malleable group of musicians who are all from different kind of walks of life and different kind of influences, to be like, well, let's put a little bit of this in there, let's put a little bit of that in there, and it still all falls into that same sound and that same Prophets of Rage sound.
Well, hopefully it does.
Hopefully.
Or maybe it's some new thing that we do that we've never done that sounds incredible, So we're, it's beautiful. I don't think there's a lot of bands there. Like when I was a kid coming up, I remember waiting for like, say, the first or the Police, Synchronicity, like that record.
Great record.
I heard they were making a record, and I was a big fan at that time. And then they made that record, and like I remember going, I wonder what that's going to sound like. I wonder what that. And that's how I feel about the Prophets. I personally feel.
Sure.
I wonder what this is going to sound like. This is
the mystery.
What is the next music going to sound like? And how different can we be and still be us? And that's
it's exciting. It's so exciting.
But ultimately, it comes down to this kind of shit. Like you're writing the play, and that's the song, and the playbook is the set list, and the stage here at these festivals and shows is the field, and it's all about just bringing it more than anyone else.
And when you guys walk on stage, that energy is still there, and that vibrant feeling is still there.
Oh yeah.
Even after all this time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, that's being in Prophets of Rage. It's the same as being in Rage Against the Machine for me, where it's a shared experience between the audience and the band.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's an energy that we have all together on stage that we just lift each other. There's that much energy that pumps out of every person that's on the stage. I don't think I've ever, in all the shows that we've done up to this point, I don't think I've ever seen anybody lack energy while we're up there rocking, and it's a special feeling, man, and it makes you want to deliver the best show possible. I mean, we go up there with the intention of being the best band of the night, not the second best. So I think we carry that competitive mentality up there on our field, and to win the game.
That's it. Wear it like a badge of honor, you know?
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time.
Thanks for having us.